Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here today. Please join me as I create a fun and cheerful just because kind of card today. I hope you stay tuned to see how I create this card. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, friends. Today I'm collaborating with some of my crafty friends to share some card making inspiration featuring the latest release from Spellbinders. We're excited to share our projects, showcasing some of the fun new products to hit the shop. Be sure to check out my teammates' makes by expanding the description box below. Spellbinders is not a sponsor of this hop, but was kind enough to send us products to create with. This hop was initiated by LV Handcrafted, and you'll find her link down there too, along with all the other participants. If you enjoyed this video, please show some love. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment, and don't forget to share it with your crafty friends. Your support means the world to me. Thank you. This is my very first YouTube video hop, so without further ado, let's jump right into the card making. Here are the supplies for today's card project. I'm excited to be creating with a brand new release from Spellbinders called Fresh Picked. Spellbinders kindly sent me 2 items from the collection to create with. So the dies that I was just showing, those are the Buttercup dies from the Fresh Pick collection. And there's a 2D embossing folder from the collection as well called Columns. I will be using that to create today's card background. And I'm going to show you what I created in a practice run before I did the card for the video. This is what I made, and I'm going to change things up in the video. I'm going to, for the center of the flowers, instead of the paper centers there that I used and colored, I'm going to be using the Fashion Gold self-adhesive embellishments. These were not given to me. I purchased these on my own. So now I'm getting ready to set up the embossing. We're going to start with creating the background for today's card. So we're going to start creating the background. I set up my trusty Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cutting machine here on my work surface. And I got my spray bottle out and the Columns embossing folder. Remember, this is a 2D one, not a 3D one. So we don't need a setup for the 3D, just regular 2D folders. Using the universal plate system, I just followed the directions on the base platform that they have listed there. And I sprayed the cardstock with a light mist. And there we go. Look at that. It's so neat. I love how it turned out. It's a slightly off, but that's okay. It won't matter in the final background. You won't even tell that it's slightly off. So I'm using some Glimmer mist here, some gold Glimmer mist from Gina Designs. It is, yes, Glimmer Mist Glittering Gold is what it's called. Just, I'm doing that for my splatters. I thought that looked cool and kind of enhances the embossing a little bit there. And then we waited for it to dry. And then to get some texture going, I got out my textured tool here from my Distress tool from Tim Holtz. And just scraping it along the edges here. And give it that texture. I didn't want those straight edges. I thought this would be a little bit, give a little bit more interest to the card background. There we go, just getting those edges. And one more side here. Oh, finishing up, gotta get those corners. There we go, one more side to go, getting the leftovers off. It does create a lot of dust. And there we go. That looks really nice. I like that. So just cleaning up the paper dust. But see, here's a good image where you could see how it came out a little bit off and when I was embossing. Oh well. So I am setting up to do some die cutting here. I wanted to create my own colored cardstock, so I'm die cutting the flowers out here in white. And I'm just showing you how I set up my die cutting process for my Gemini. I use the original one. It's what works for me. I've been using it for years. It's my favorite die cutting machine besides the Spellbinders Platinum 6. This is my favorite electronic one, I should say. I do have the Empress on my list. Hopefully I'll get that one of these days, the mini one. But I wanted to create my own colored cardstock since I didn't have the right yellow for the Buttercups. But that's how easy it is. And now we're going to do the greenery. So I'm just laying out the leaves here for the flowers. And I'm going to take this off camera and run it through my die cut machine. And here we go. And it cuts perfect. Each and every time. So I just wanted to show you my die cutting process. Maybe one of these days I'll get a second camera set up and do a die cutting cam like Kathy does. There we go. All the pieces are cut out. Okay, so now I'm going to set up to do the ink blending. I'm going to prepare my work area here. I'm getting out the Altenew Low Tack Sticky Mat and my Distress Oxide inks. I'm going to be using Squeeze Lemonade for the Buttercups. I thought that was a perfect color for them, nice and cheerful. There we go, just laying them down onto the sticky mat. It holds them down nice in place so I can do the ink blending. This just goes to show that you don't always need colored cardstock in your stash. I'm using the Nina Classic Crest Solar White in the 110 pound. That's my favorite go-to white cardstock. I had the 80 pound, but I don't usually use it a lot. I use the 80 pound for card bases. But here we go. I'm getting out my waffle flower blending brushes to do the blending. And just inking it up and then transferring it onto the cardstock. It's real easy to do this. It takes no time at all. Like I said, just nice and cheerful. And the reason you saw the dies in that plastic bag when I opened them up, it's because I get the products before they're released. That's why they're in that little zippy pouch. See how easy it is to make your own flowers? Your own custom flowers. Just pick an ink out that you want and you can change these up. Super easy to do. There we go, just one more left. And I love these blending brushes for this. They're nice and small and get in all the crevices. There we go. That looks great. And I love that holder, that brush holder there for the waffle flower blending brushes. It works awesome to hold all the brushes. I will have all that linked below in the description box. I bought these off of Amazon. So I'll list my affiliate link down below in case you're interested in purchasing. Remember to use those affiliate links down below in the description box. Those do help me out. I do get a small commissions when you purchase something through the links that I provide below. So I greatly appreciate it. So now I'm laying out the card here, the flower. This is the greenery. Kind of laying them down like a puzzle because they all just kind of fit in. Here you can see where they line up. It's real easy. And you can also use these individually as well. You don't have to use them as a group like this. So if you wanted to do just something really simple, you could just do one of these and a flower and then add a sentiment. Let's see how it lines up right there. I love to do any type of paper piecing. It's really fun. Me a little finicky. There we go. Fits right in there. And one last piece. And this is when I wish I still need to purchase those micro dots from Simon Says Stamp. I have not purchased those yet. And I think that the micro dots would have helped me out here when gluing all this down. I'm using Gina K Connect liquid glue to adhere these. I mean, it didn't take me any time at all to do the liquid glue. Of course, this is sped up and looks fast, but sped up for editing purposes. But next time I do a Simon Says order, I need to remember to purchase those micro dots for things like this. I mean, the liquid glue is helpful because it does give, some wiggle room so you have time to play with and put it in the right spot. Whereas I think the micro dots are, more permanent right away when you put them down. I don't think they're repositionable or anything like that. So, but here we go. If you have any suggestions on how to glue these pieces down to make things easier for me, let me know in the comments below. I would appreciate it. And I thought about using the dot runner too to apply that, but I think this just worked. So see how it fits in like a puzzle? So simple to do. I mean, this card, I think this card took me less than an hour to make, I want to say. I was really happy. And I wish that I had, when they sent me the email to pick what I wanted, I wish I had picked out the sentiments, because there are sentiments that go along with this set. And I will include a link to those below. But I already had some pre-foiled sentiments from a previous video that I did, and I'm using those for this card. So I didn't have to do any foiling. I already had them already done. So this is the last of the greenery. See, super easy to do. And it sticks and gives you some wiggle room until it completely dries. And the nice thing about this glue is it dries clear. So now we're gonna add the flowers and just place them all down. See, I mean, like I said, this is sped up for editing and all that, but this was really simple as far as cards go. And I'm following the pattern. I looked up the pattern on their website, on the Spellbinders website, to get the idea how to lay this down. There we go. A few more flowers to go. This is really fun. But see, you can see why I wanted to change my mind about the flower centers and use the embellishment, the gold embellishments, because I think it just steps it up a little bit. And it's just kind of screaming for the gold embellishments, the centers. There we go. Okay. This is where it drives me nuts. Okay. It has nothing to do with putting the card together. But see, I have all these flowers there, right? I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. There should be 6 flowers. I don't know what happened to the 6th one, and you will see. And you'll be screaming at me going, "What happened to that flower? You didn't finish filling them all in." Just wait. Because, and I thought about refilming it or refilming and showing how to cut it out again, and then adding the one that I missed. See what happened to it. I don't know. I had them all there. I still really don't know what happened to all the flowers. I looked everywhere for it. But see what I'm talking about? The one flower that's missing? Oh my goodness. It's driving me nuts. I do end up fixing it up at the end. As you've seen in the card pictures, I do fix it. So now I'm just getting out my my Gina K dot runner here to apply the adhesive to the back of the panel. I love how this background turned out. And I want to get out my Scor-Buddy here to line things up. This is just a great tip if you struggle to line things up. Just put your card up in the corner, the left-hand corner there, and it works every time. At least for me it does. You've seen me do that in previous videos. And now I'm getting out my Spellbinders Fashion Gold self-adhesive embellishments. There's 120 of them in here in different sizes. I'm using the larger ones for the centers of the flowers. I really wanted to use these in the card, so I thought this was perfect. There we go. But see, now that I mentioned about that flower, isn't it driving you nuts as you watch this? And like I said, I didn't know if I should re-film that part, but I didn't. I left it off. I just went with it. So now you see me here picking out the sentiment. Like I said earlier, I already had those pre-done from a previous video. So I'm getting out my waffle flower adhesive strips. I will link these below as well. I purchased these off of Amazon. I love these. So as I finish up the card here, I just wanted to thank you all so much for watching my videos, subscribing, and sharing with your friends. I greatly appreciate it. So there's the background, and now I'm just adding the sentiment here. Please don't forget to check out all the other hoppers in this hop. To Spellbinders, thanks again for sending me these items to create with. Please remember to check out my affiliate links below in the description box. I will have everything listed below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again in the next one. Ciao for now.